Jeremy here with Local Motors Racer Production, and I came to Corey talking about different options for our logo plate here, and we were throwing around different ideas, and what first came to mind is what he did with the Cruiser emblem, and I really like the way that turned out, so I'll let him explain how he did that.
So the current one is water jetted, and the way this thing works, there's a rear plate that's just white and then a water jetted front plate you can see through, and it looks very cool. What we did on the Cruiser was a little bit different. This started as a brass plate, water jetted it out. 2 holes are water jetted to fixture it onto a CNC mill, and then it's CNC engraved. Then the relief is inked, and the excess ink is basically wiped off the surface. It's polished up, and it gives a cool look. It's very vintage. It matches how the Cruiser looks. And we're talking about using maybe some of these other techniques to add a little bit of interest to that detail. So we're looking at not necessarily brass, but an engraving technique. And then this is stuff called Komalu. It's also called Dye Bond, and it's basically an aluminum matrix. It's aluminum on one side, plastic on the other, and then aluminum on the back side. And you can get different finishes, and you can actually engrave through it. So you can have a silver surface and engrave through the black, and there's just, you can get some neat looks. So we're just talking about different options and different ways to do things. This is some engraving that was done in a similar way onto an aluminum surface. Same technique of engraving and then inking.
Stay tuned for more updates on what we come up with, and be looking for that in the future. We have our next 2 culprits for the Racer production. They're going to get chopped up soon, so stay tuned.